Hi everybody, Kat here. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're having a great day. Well, it's Friday morning and we have some breaking news. A British judge this morning has ruled that the lawsuit that Prince Harry, Elton John, Hugh Grant, and 4 others have brought against a newspaper publisher should go ahead. They're accusing this newspaper publisher of using private detectives and listening devices to illegally snoop on them, on these celebrities and Prince Harry. Now, we saw the preliminary hearings where Harry said his piece, and I mean, he was making impressions, saying, this is how I felt, this is what, is going on, and I knew it was happening to others, so obviously it had to be happening to me, but he didn't really have any proof. And when the judge even asked him about that, do you have any proof of this? He said, well, no, that's your job, but it's not. You don't bring a lawsuit or be part of a lawsuit unless you've got proof and evidence to back up your claim. But disregarding all of that, the judge has said that this lawsuit should go to full trial. So there we have it. And, you gotta wonder why. But here's the thing, and I've always said that Prince Harry, as a member of the royal family, even disengaged as he is, he's still a useful pawn in the worldwide globalist agenda. Right now, Britain has been trying for years, as has Canada, on calling it a privacy law. It's really about censorship and shutting down people's freedoms. That's what it's all about. They use privacy as the guise for what they really want to do. So a law like this, which is gonna impede real journalists, that works for the agenda. It really does. So I'm really not surprised that this is allowed to go forward, because it's playing right into the hands. It really is. And so there's that. The agenda rolls on. Now we can talk about some news with the King Charles. It now has been said that the Prince's Trust, the charity scheme that Prince Charles started as Prince of Wales with his naval pension back in the 70s, I think it was like $7,000 or something, that he started the Prince's Trust. It was controversial at the time because the Queen was concerned that spotlighting the Prince's Trust and his work would overshadow what Prince Philip was doing, and she was concerned about that. Nonetheless, even with the controversy, he went ahead, and from everything you hear, it's been quite successful. He's done a lot of work with underprivileged youth and so forth, and apparently up till now over 1 million youths have benefited some way or another from the Prince's Trust. Well, it's now going to be named the King's Trust. So this is not a charity foundation that will be passed on to William. It is staying under the King's remit and his umbrella of work that he does. So it'll continue as the King's Trust. Now, another controversial thing, we know that King Charles has said controversial things before, and kind of stepped on government toes before. Well, now he's come out. The other day at Buckingham Palace, he was hosting an event for charity leaders, and I think a lot of it had to do with immigrants and people new to the country and stuff like that. And anyway, so he made a statement saying that refugees coming to Britain need to be made felt more comfortable. Like Britain's not doing enough for the refugees. I don't know what they want them to do. I mean, they're coming in boatloads over the channel, landing on British shores. They're being put up in hotels and spas and manor houses and all sorts. And the government is spending over $1 million a day when there's, British citizens that are suffering homelessness and food poverty and unemployment and skyrocketing cost of living expenses. The same as everywhere else. I'm here in Canada and it's just as bad. We have all the same issues, and it's because we have all the same policies. And once you start seeing these kind of things and the solutions that they're subscribing to, it's part of the agenda, because they're all working together, doing the same things, even though, everybody with any common sense at all can see that this is just ridiculous. They're relentless. They are. So, he's like, oh, we're just not doing enough for the refugees. And you wonder, well, there's Brits that are homeless. But maybe he figures that's all going to work out, because as we know, Prince William has said that he wants to end homelessness, and he's willing to pick up a hammer and do the work himself. He doesn't want to just be a name fronting a charity. He wants to really get involved and deal with and take care of and work on this problem. And you wonder, well, okay, that's very well and good. And what could Prince William actually accomplish? Well, as we know, as Prince of Wales, he now has the Duchy of Cornwall as one of his possessions. That's about maybe what? A quarter, a fifth, I don't know, of all of Britain. It's quite a large chunk of land. And as it is now, the rents, the properties, the businesses, the taxes, the agriculture, the commerce that takes place in the duchy, a lot of the profits go straight to Prince William. I mean, just upon acquiring the duchy, when he became Prince of Wales, he was an overnight billionaire. So just think about it. If he builds a whole bunch of social housing somewhere on the duchy, once those units are occupied, he'll be collecting the rent. And don't kid yourself. Just the scheme of putting this together. Let's say he says, I'm going to build 50,000 houses somewhere to house everybody. Nobody's going to ever be homeless again. Well, even though he's a billionaire, not a cent of his money is going to come out of his pocket. Not a cent of the money is going to come directly out of the Duchy of Cornwall. The money is going to be put up by his wealthy donors, and working with the government, he'll have government grants and this and that to build so many homes over so many years. And when we talk about government funding and government money, you got to realize the government doesn't have any money. Where are they getting that money? Where are they getting the money they're going to pledge towards this project? That money comes from you. That's your taxes at work, funding Prince William's new scheme, just as your tax dollars at work are funding all the offshore wind farms that Charles wants to expand and indeed profit from, because as king, he owns the water around Britain. Can you imagine? So anything that happens in that water, he profits from. So it's not all benevolence and doing everything that's right. Of course, yeah, maybe he's got good intentions, but they'll never do anything unless it benefits them. That's the one thing, if you want to look at one thing, how you figure out where the agenda is, who's involved in the agenda, and what is agenda driven. Look at the money, look who profits. Look at any scheme, see who profits from that program. And then you nail it. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So, bring in the refugees. No problem, says the king. We need to be more welcoming. In fact, my son will even build their houses. How about that? And Harry, well, he's working for the agenda in 2 countries. In the United States and Britain, he is railing against, internet trolls, and he wants privacy, and he wants internet safety. It all comes under the umbrella of internet censorship and cracking down on people's civil liberties. So he's playing a useful part. And this is why I've said before many times, he'll always be protected. He'll always be taken care of by the crown. Now, once William becomes king, I think things are going to be a fair bit tougher for Harry. But to a degree, he's always going to be protected. And even while he's living in the States, and you can bet your bottom dollar that even though they don't want to admit it, the American government is paying, I'm sure of it, for his security, or at least a portion of it. Because here you go, whether he's a disgraced member of the royal family or not, he's still royal, he's still a dignitary, he's still got diplomatic status. And the last thing the government wants, the American government wants, is for anything to happen to that guy on British soil. That would not look good. So no matter how troublesome these 2 can be and how annoying they can be, they'll always have a certain level of protection while they're in America. And the fact that with Better Up and the Aspen Institute and Travelist, he's working for the agenda, folks. He's just another low-level employee, but he's working for the agenda. So, that's the news today. The more things change, the more things stay the same. The agenda rolls on. The royal family's knee-deep in it. And we got some new schemes, and we can see where it goes, and you can see your money at work. Have a great day, everybody. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee. The link's in the description. Bye for now.